Hey everybody, so this video is going to be a little bit different than anything we've done in the past. This video is specifically for Starbond. Starbond is officially one of our sponsors. This is a paid promotion in case anybody is interested. But, you know, even if it wasn't a paid promotion, we love this stuff so much. Yeah. We use it almost daily on 1,001 different things. So we're going to do a video based on a few things that may be a little bit different than the way you're using it. You know, we know that I've used this stuff for gluing ceramic and you know, all different kinds of things. I know your wife uses it all the time.
Amy uses this stuff constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly. She was getting on me the other day because we're getting a little bit low.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this we really, really like the Starbond glue.
And we've been talking to the people at Starbond over there, super nice people, and we just felt like if we were going to partner up with somebody for a paid promotion, this is one of the companies we definitely want to do that with. So we are going to use some of this product, not all of it, but we're going to use some of this product and again give you some ideas of things that you might not have thought of. You can see that the medium is parked in front of Ryan and the thick is parked in front of me because I'm much thicker than Ryan. Give him another decade and he'll be as thick as me.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
I need to work more on being medium or thin. I don't think thin will ever happen.
I think thin's out of the question.
Out of the question.
This is the best we can hope for right here.
Anyway, guys, stick with us, and we'll be back and probably show you something that you hadn't seen before, but it's going to be pretty cool. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
All right, guys. So we need to make a sign because our filming studio here, when we're filming, no one knows if we're filming or not. So we're going to make a sign that lets people know so nobody walks in. And we got a board here, and it's actually a really nice piece of wood, but you can see there's some pretty good sized cracks in there. Okay? So we decided that, you know, we use Starbond so much anyway, we decided, you know what, we're going to try to mix some color in there and see how it works. So what we're going to do, just got a piece of cardboard here, and we're going to use the thick. We're going to use the thick Starbond, and we're going to squirt a bunch right on there. And then, oh, you know what? I should have my gloves on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get you some gloves.
Thanks, Ted. Now this blue powder is really good stuff, but man, don't spill it because it will make a huge mess.
Here's a tip, guys. Before you put your cap back on there, just wipe it off with a paper towel. And because I've glued many caps on there before. Yeah.
That's a good point. That makes it so you don't have to cut it off every time.
Yeah.
So then we're just going to take some of this blue powder. We're going to throw it right in the middle there. And a good idea, once you're done using this, immediately put the lid back on just in case a gust of wind or you knock it over and spill it.
Or you sneeze.
Or you sneeze. That would be bad.
Yeah.
So
unless you want to audition for the Blue Man Group, then it could come in handy.
And blow blue snot rockets for the next 6 or 8 days. So you see how it just kind of mixes in and it gets real nice, not powdery right there. So then we're going to take a little putty knife, and what we're going to do is we're just going to put it in there. And then you want to try to work it down into that crack as much as possible. Because you want to try to get all the air bubbles out of there and work it down in there as much as you can. Go on to this one. And we like, I don't know, just doing stuff kind of different. And this is such a nice piece of wood, and I think the blue is really going to just kind of add a little bit of an accent to it. You know what I mean? See, now you can see it already started falling in that big one there. So we're just going to add some more. And if we got to mix some more up, we'll mix some more up.
Now, how do you know it's not going to drain through all the way to the back side?
Oh, that's a good question. I should have showed that first. We tape the back side of the cracks so it doesn't drain all the way through and get all over your bench.
What a good idea.
That is a good idea, isn't it? I think I'm going to have to mix up some more. But that's no problem. But this Starbond, man, once it dries, once it gets in there, it just works so stinking well. So I'm going to do these two, and then off camera I'm going to fill these other two smaller ones up here. And then when I come back, we're going to sand all this off. So what we forgot to tell you guys is once you fill this thing up, once you fill up the crack pretty good, you get as much of the air bubbles out as you can. What we're going to do is we're going to spray it with the accelerator. Try to get as much of that excess off that you can. And what that accelerator does is, man, it makes that stuff dry like almost instantaneously. I mean, you can see it's just a little bit tacky. It's not sticky the way it was. But man, that stuff really helps. So we're going to let these dry for about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes just to make sure they're 100%. And then we're going to come back and we're going to sand this off and we're going to see how it works. All right, so we got our cracks filled with the Starbond with the blue powder in there, and we let it dry for, I don't know, 10 minutes, something like that. So now we're going to take the 60 grit, and we're just going to sand off all the excess. So here we go. So let's see how we did. So you guys can see it filled up those cracks really, really well. I probably could have taken a little more of the excess off before it dried, but still, it filled it up really well. And once we finish the sign up, when we spray some clear over it, I think it's going to pop pretty good. So we're going to move on to the next step, and Dad's up next. So we'll see you guys in a second.
Okay, we're back, boys and girls. So now I'm going to do my part of it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that board that Ryan prepared, did a great job on the fill, and I think that's really going to look cool when we put some clear on it. But we're not making a carved sign. We're making what we call an overlay sign. So we have some letters here cut. We laser cut some letters at a 1/4 inch oak MDF ply. Is 1/4 inch plywood, but MDF core. And I want to explain what I've got here. So what I did was I used my little adjustable square, and I made sure and I centered it top to bottom. And then I made a couple marks out here at the outer edge, put my tape as my straight edge. And then you can see, if you look real close, you can see I have some registration marks on each one of the letters, so that when I pick that up, put my glue on, put it down, I know exactly where I want it to go, and I can just line it up. So I'm just going to do some here, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So for this, again, we're using the thick. Again, the thick is my favorite, although I've used all of them, but the thick is my favorite for this operation as well. I'm just going to put a couple drops. You could also use, if you wanted to, you could use the little spouts, and we'll show those a little bit later. Now I'm just going to take and I'm going to put a little accelerator. If the wind wasn't blowing. And I've got my registration mark there. Now you wouldn't have to use the accelerator, obviously. You could just stick them down there and let it set. Let that stuff dry on its own. I like to use the accelerator whenever I can because I always seem to be in a hurry.
What's that? Is that Alabama that sings that song?
Always in a hurry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is Alabama.
Love that song.
So once those are stuck, they're stuck. I'll do a few. I'll do one more on the big ones on camera. Probably one drop would be enough. To be honest, this stuff holds so well.
And it's nice that the accelerator doesn't stain the board.
Yeah, that really is. That was something that concerned me early on, is that the accelerator would stain the board to where it looked different. It looked darker or something. And it truly is not. Once it evaporates, it's just gone. Here's where I got to be real careful. It's an air bubble. Why did I do the eye? Oh, because it goes over here. Gosh. I almost put it in the gap there.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Filming nip progress.
Nip progress. Good point. Thank you for pointing that out. That was good. All right. Let's do the N here.
Looks like we're going to need some more.
So this is just gives you some tips, guys, on when you're laying stuff out like this. You take your time and do something like this, and you know where everything goes. You don't have to guess about it. And these are already solid. They're not going anywhere. these will be solid in a matter of seconds. So, all right, so I'm going to finish this up off camera. When we come back, we will have a finish on this thing. We're just going to put some clear finish on it, and then we'll go into another application for this stuff. But stay with us, and when we come back, this will be all finished. You'll see the finished product. Be right back. All right, there's the finished sign, guys. Well, it's almost finished. We're going to put about 3 or 4 more coats on it, but it's got, I think, 3 or 4 coats of clear on it right now. But this is a great way to make a little sign, and again, another way to use these great Starbond products for the fill and actually gluing your letters on there. Makes a cool little sign. So we've got some other ways that is going to follow this. I'm going to close this up, but keep watching, because you're going to see now a video from or clips from a video that we did a while back, and it really shows the holding power of this Starbond and my favorite way to use it. It really works great for a hold down. So stay tuned for that. And then after that, there's some still shots of different projects that Amy, Vicky, or Ryan's wife has done. And so that is about it, guys. Thank you again so much for watching. And a huge thank you to Starbond. And these are, in case you don't know, these are the thin, the medium, the thick, and then the 2 colored versions, the medium black and the medium brown. And then, of course, the accelerator. And like we did before, you can always make your own color with fill like we did here. You can see the blue highlights in there. But anyway, thanks so much again to the Starbond people for entrusting in us to make a video for you guys. We love your guys' product. We love working with you guys. And just, man, if you haven't tried Starbond, it's the best out there. I've tried a lot of different CA glues, and Starbond's the best I've ever used. So we highly recommend it. So anyway, stay tuned for those other clips, and I hope you guys like this. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love for you to subscribe and click that little bell icon so you get notified when we do videos 4 times a week. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. We love you. Bye-bye. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my Starbond glue down process. I'm going to use my medium Starbond. Again, you know me, I love the Starbond stuff, so I've got both pieces. This, I'm using a little piece of fiberboard here. It's only 1/4 inch, but this is going to be my sacrifice piece because I got to cut all the way through my MDF. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put some Starbond on this thing. And this stuff holds so well that I'm just trying to get most of it covered. We've got 2 really big pieces, so I don't think I need to cover this thing, 100%. I think that's going to be enough for me to hold everything down.
Strong.
Huh?
I can smell that way over here.
Oh yeah, it's pretty strong stuff. So then I'm going to use my accelerator. I'm going to put that on my other piece, and I put my, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there. So I'm going to put my accelerator on here, and hopefully this works out. I've got it set where it should be just in the right spot, and I'll put some pressure on it. I could get up there and sit down, but you don't want to see that side of me. So we're going to let that set for a few minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start cutting. Let's see if that thing will pop off of there. Probably will work. So, because that's just a rough cut, I could go back and trim it up right where it's at. But I think because there's so many sharp edges on it, I think I can do it mostly with a sander. Look at that. That Starbond just held terrific. Now all I got to do really is just peel off that tape. This Starbond masking tape idea really was a game changer for me for holding stuff down. Really.